Welcome to the Leetist podcast, a show where we play games about games, video games, games of the video sort. Today, joining me on the show is the big head and Filbert to my Rocco. I have Ryan here.
Yeah, hey.
And Sam is here.
Hi, how's it going?
I like these easy softball references.
Oh, is it a softball?
Rocco's Modern Life. Were you old enough for that,
Sam? Was just on the cusp.
Yeah.
That, like, I recognize it, but I never actually watched it.
You were raised on SpongeBob, weren't you? You were SpongeBob.
I had basic cable for the first 10 years of my life.
Hey.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Sam so much today for filling in for Tim, because Tim had to run out last minute, so he's not with us today. I think he'll be back next week. But Sam, thank you so much for showing up. Just last minute, we called you, and you appeared out of nowhere.
We do say his name 3 times. He will appear.
It's very annoying. It takes a lot of time out of my day.
I say Sam more than I ever thought I would in my life.
That's why I call him Reliable Sam.
That's the first time you've called him that.
Actually, it's not. I think it might be the third or fourth.
Yeah, I think like the past couple of times, it's just like, Reliable Sam. He always shows up.
He's like a workhorse. He just shows up and he does his thing.
We play games about games here. We play trivia games, kind of game show type games. They're all about video games. That's what we do on the Leetist. Come up with an idea. Send it to leetistpod@gmail.com, @the on Twitter. And this is where I usually tell you we do trivia on Twitter. But I think we're going to start trying some different things now. We've tested the field with some trivia over on Twitter. People have been having fun. I think some of the fun trivia stuff we're going to start doing in Discord with all of our Discord friends and patrons. And the Discord's open to everyone, so you don't have to be a patron to come hang out with us there.
Yeah, get your ass in here. I mean,
it's a fun place.
It's really awesome. We have great conversations about random topics, but a lot of video game talk, a lot of just whatever talk. It's fun, man. It's great. I love Discord. Yeah. I'm learning to really love, coming into this, I wasn't like, I would use Discord sparingly, but now I think I'm just like one of my top favorite, social media
I always have Discord up on my second monitor, and then I'll pull a window over it, but I always have Discord up.
Yeah. Well, that's, and it's so simple to just get in, chat with someone, and get out.
Yeah. As do I. Yeah, we tried, we're experimenting with different things now, so I think we're going to have some Discord events where we play trivia with all our friends on there. So look out on the Twitter. Come join the Discord. Anyone can do it. If you like the show, do us a solid. Tell every single person you ever meet this is the greatest podcast you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Share our show with your friends, either by word of mouth or on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Just get it in other people's ears. You can point them at theleetist.com/new-listeners, where they can get a taste of the show and what we do here. Plus, we have a recommended jumping off point episode for new listeners to start their Leetist journey.
Leetist journey.
And that's what Tim says every show. And I just
but he does it with such Leetist journey.
Is that how he says it?
I don't know.
Leetist journey.
I can't emulate it. He has such charisma. My charisma score is pretty low. I need to get it up.
It's the Leetist journey.
The Leetist journey.
On the docket today, we have the news game. We have Are You Smarter Than Elite Gamer, which is our weekly trivia show. We have a game that Tim was going to run, but he's not here today, so I will be running it for him. And it's a fun one that I really enjoyed last time. The IGN in review. I think that's the title. Anyway.
They have the most succinct and interesting conclusions to their reviews.
So we're going to listen to some IGN reviews with some words taken out, and these guys are going to have to guess what the game is. And then we're going to talk about our flavor of the week at the end of the show, and timestamps are below the show. You can jump to any point you want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's great. Even if you wanted to timestamp right now going into one of our games that we call
the news game. All right. Tim does the news game every week, and I have his list of news game questions in front of me, so I'm going to read them as if I were Tim, and you guys will face off against one another.
We'll take your face off. Yeah, you can't not say that without that.
Well, Tim usually has the coin, and now I just feel totally fucked because I don't have a coin.
He actually took the coin with him. I guess he did. Well, no.
I didn't trust y'all with the only money you've made.
We're going with the D6.
I see the coin, by the way. It's right by Sam. There it is.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Sam, call it in the air.
Heads.
It is a head. You will go first. All right. So if you don't know how the news game works, I'm going to fire off some headlines with blanks in them. These guys are going to have to fill in the blank to the headline. It's going to inform us of some news at the end, and we'll have some stuff to talk
If
about.
this is anything like last week, going first is going to be awful for me.
Oh, it's going to be so great.
You are going to have a 30-second timer and 4 questions. If you can get to all 4 of them, are you ready, Sam?
Bring it on.
All right, here we go. Game devs in Montreal are concerned about attracting new talent thanks to a recently passed bill requiring immigrants to learn blank in order to access government services.
Java?
French. On Tuesday, the blank showcased that the Switch will get ports of Persona 5, Nier Automata, and Monster Hunter expansion.
I don't know.
Nintendo Direct. Video game fans again once prove how fucking awful they are, driving the developer of blank to discontinue posting updates after backlash about the art style of the game.
I don't know, but I don't want to know.
That is Return to Monkey Island.
There's
that's
lot
right.
of flack on it.
And the last one,
the weird fun one?
EA went on Twitter and basically pissed off most of the gaming community when they bashed blank games and gamers.
Oh, was it multiplayer games?
Almost.
Or single player.
Single player games, yeah.
Yeah, it was one or the other.
Why would you bash single player games? Like,
Because you make more money with multiplayer games than single player.
It's always been the single player games are dead, happening every single couple years.
Yeah, but then you get like Elden Ring's technically multiplayer, but you get like a bunch of single player.
Every single
games.
year we have massive single player games. Every single year.
I would call Elden Ring a massive single player
my game of the year is a single player game right now. That's fantastic.
They usually are, yeah.
Absolutely.
So usually Tim has more knowledge about these, but since I'm reading them for the first time too, let's see if we can decipher some of this.
Decipher this.
Yeah, game devs in Montreal are concerned about attracting new talent thanks to a recently passed bill requiring immigrants to learn French in order to access government services.
This tracks because
it makes sense.
Ubisoft Montreal.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess it would make sense for them to have to learn that to be able to, be able to
read things and.
I don't know, because that goes alongside. There was the other news article about how France was wanting certain gamer terminology to be French and not in English anymore. Right. So it's starting to lean. It sounds like it's leaning a little bit more like that.
Sure. I'd say more of the Montreal stuff is because like Quebec only speaks French, and like Canada all is English and French. So it makes sense that they require you to learn French so you can actually like go around. You can read documents that are written in French.
Yeah. I think that's great. Fine. They're going to, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to really get, Ubisoft is a developer that's really waned on me in the last few
I'm wondering
years.
what the hell is about to happen with,
don't really care what they're up to. If it's another Assassin's Creed games, my eyes can only go so far in the back of my head before.
I really liked Odyssey though, so I don't know. Not as much.
Yeah, but and then they did some interesting things like Immortals.
That was
an interesting game, and they should just keep doing that. I know they got the Rabbids.
Oh yeah,
plus
I
Mario.
love that game. I will play that game for sure.
Mario and Rabbids was actually really good.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly good.
Well, and this one actually seems pretty interesting because unlike most tactics game where there's a grid for you to move on before you can do your action, it's free move. You can move to any position before you do your action.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that. I want tactics games to start doing that instead of the grid. I think the grid is it's outdated.
Speaking of Nintendo, did you watch the Nintendo Direct?
I did.
Obviously not.
It's the mini.
It's Nintendo Direct Mini. I actually didn't watch it, but ports of Persona 5, Nier.
Yeah, that was a big deal because there's been a lot of clamoring for getting Persona on the Switch, which totally makes sense. Definitely deserves to live on the Switch.
It's just like Xbox, right? They're getting Persona 5 and then Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3. All those, I think,
for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
But I think Persona 5 Royale or Gold or whatever it's called,
Royale,
is probably a good starting point for people in the Persona
and
world.
That is a massive game. I've got a lot of friends who are really into it, and they're like, I was like 20 hours in, and then I got out of the tutorial. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
It's like a 100-hour game or so.
I think I've put 40 or 50 hours into it twice because I started over once, and I barely felt like I scratched the surface. So.
Yeah, they
it's massive.
Yeah.
Those games are a lot to undertake, but like they are pretty accessible. That's the one good thing I could say about the Persona games. They're not like well above your level of comprehension for an RPG. I played far more complicated games, but they're just long, man. And like I'm I'm one of those gamers like, when is this game going to end? Even if I'm fucking loving the game.
So everyone is complaining about the art style in Return to Monkey Island?
Yeah,
I haven't seen the art style.
The art style is more like they enabled big head mode and like GoldenEye. So DK mode or whatever you call it. But basically it is more cartoony. Even though Monkey Island's already been cartoony, it is a little bit more of a aesthetic change than what people are used to, and then people
more on the cartoon side than the drawn side.
Yeah,
which is what it was
sure.
originally.
And it's a stylistic choice they decided to go with, and people are upset about it, and they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, Twitter's been pretty gross lately.
They need to get the fuck over it. They're sorry, this is a conversation we had at our Discord channel. Tune in to the Discord channel. We'll talk about how people think they're fucking entitled to games, even though they are not.
Sam, you got a big fat 0.
Oh, boy.
But you can thank Tim for that, his difficult questions. God damn it, Tim. But maybe Ryan's will be easier or harder. I don't know.
And I will somehow know every single one of these.
That's usually what happens, right? Yeah. All right, Ryan, you ready?
All right.
See if I can get through this without flubbing a word. Here we go. So impressed with the development of the highly anticipated Fallout 4 blank mod, Bethesda has gone and hired 2 more of the devs to the official team.
I don't know.
London. Multiple sources reporting that we should expect the Black Flag-esque game blank to launch in November.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah. God of War is still presumably set to release in 2022, unlike blank, the Mitsuda-scored Chrono Trigger-like RPG, which is delayed to 2023.
I can't remember the name of that game.
Sea of Stars. Following the conclusion of June's daily Twitter trivia, Blank has decided to turn their focus to Discord, where they'll be hosting trivia nights for chances at sweet prizes.
That would be the one and only Leetist podcast.
Yeah, that's correct. Ryan wins the news game with 2 points.
Very well played, Tim. I like that.
I knew 2 of the answers for the second set of questions.
There you go.
Although the game that what was the name of that game again?
Skull and Bone or Sea of Stars?
Sea of Stars. Yeah. Tim and like I watched that. I think we all were like, oh yeah, that would salivating at the possibilities of what that game can be because it's.
I actually don't know anything about Sea of Stars.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about like just how the art style is really good. The music is done by the original composer for Chrono Trigger. And it's like just a fantastic looking game, but we don't really know much about it. It's still kind of
cool.
Check
that out.
In the
have you not heard about that Fallout 4 London mod? It's like a whole.
So that's a community mod?
Yeah, it's
I had not heard about the London mod until like a week ago. My friend posted about it. I'd always heard about the Fallout Miami mod, but never that there was a London mod.
A Miami mod? That's Fallout Miami actually would be a pretty good setting.
Yeah, I played a New Vegas inside Fallout 4 mod, which was pretty impressive. Yeah. It wasn't finished, but it looked really good.
You know, I'm thinking about it now because a lot of Fallout takes place in rockier kind of like areas. They've never had a Fallout that takes place in like a swamp or like a.
I mean, there was the Far Harbor DLC.
Yeah, Far Harbor. That was good.
Yeah,
it was on an island, a lot of swampy area.
Yeah.
But like Florida, is a perfect. Like you could have like gators that are genetically mutated and like gigantic and stuff. That would be a great.
I know. Yeah,
Fallout Miami. I like
Fallout
that.
Miami team was like first making it, and then Bethesda found out about it, and the Fallout team found out about it. Like they got like rights for the like assets and whatnot.
Yeah,
they just got their blessings. Like, and it makes sense because like. If you're going to play the mod, you have to buy Fallout 4, so it's just more sales for them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. No, that makes sense. I'm very much into those like kind of mods. They usually are a little bit better than what the original content is.
Skull and Bones, the game that has been coming out for a decade, it seems like. But did you play Black Flag?
I did not.
No.
I've only ever played the first Assassin's Creed.
Sea of Thieves be more of a common kind of parallel to that, or is that?
Well, they're basically taking. I think they took the ship combat from Black Flag and just expanded on it, and have been working on it forever, and it's going to be its own game now. So it's based on the Black Flag
that
combat.
I've heard that has played Black Flag is just like, if they just like took that part and just made it a game, that'd be amazing.
That's what happened. But, kind of, because it hasn't happened yet. But Black Flag to launch in this November. So yeah, it's finally coming out. I'll play it.
Yeah, the game began development in 2013.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Originally, it was actually it was envisioned as an expansion, then an MMO spin-off title under the Black Flag and Infinite. So it was going to be like a MMO spin-off of Black Flag, which actually fucking sounds rad.
I don't know. It seems
Why
like
did they do that?
That game could either be a complete disaster or it'll be crazy awesome. And I don't know which one it'll be. Who knows? I don't think it'll be.
It originally was supposed to come out in 2018.
Speaking of, it's a God of War still presumably set to release this year. I do have to declare that I am a monkey's uncle because that didn't happen last week.
Oh.
Remember I said I was going to say
I thought you were going to say a Monkey's Island.
I never played a Monkey
Tell me
Island.
of your secrets, Monkey Island.
And of course, the last thing in the news game that Tim hammered in here.
Sorry, going back to that though. So this is another one of those, like, people are fucking entitled gamers and they're just bitching at the developers for not giving a release date. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, the God of War thing, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, they don't owe you anything.
Well, the rumor, it seemed to be pretty reliable source saying that, like, the reason they were about to do it, but they just got so much shit that they said, fuck you guys, or the leak happened. That
you
saying
know what?
We're going to do it.
I hope they don't announce it this year. At this point, I hope they get more money for developing a better game, and they take their time and they just keep it hush hush.
Sure.
And people just fucking deal with it because you're going to
people always get mad about it, like getting delayed
when it comes out anyways.
Yeah.
Stop getting pissy that you don't know what the goddamn release date is.
I'd rather it be delayed and later on and be fully done and, like, just as bug free as possibly can be,
for sure,
than for them to announce a date and release it that date when they shouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's no one's real business other than, well, probably the studios, because they're the one on the hook for the money that they're producing, and the stockholders and shareholders of that company that have been promised, hey, you're going to be delivering a game this year. We're expecting a revenue back. But, like, gamers themselves, no. Go fuck yourselves.
And the last thing that Tim put in here, which I mentioned earlier about how we're going to, instead of doing prizes on Twitter for trivia, that the Leetist is turning their focus to Discord. We'll be hosting trivia nights for chances at sweet prizes. So apparently Tim has thought about this more than me. So news to everybody. Yeah, trivia night's coming up. Congratulations to Ryan for winning the news game. Thank you for playing, Sam.
Are you smarter than Elite Gamer? Ladies and gentlemen, Are You Smarter Than Elite Gamer is a classic game played by the Leetist podcast. You'll find that on our Wikipedia as one of our parts of our description. The way this works is we have 3 categories, and the categories have different questions, and then we're going to have our contestants, both Sam and Kenny, answer those questions and try to get points, and whoever has the most points wins. Mind-blowing stuff, I know, but here at the Leetist, we like to blow your mind. And
I feel very blown.
So, our categories for today are this year so far, back of the box. And I had this one because originally we did have Isaac and Tim both planned on that. I'm going to keep the name, though, Sibling Rivalry.
Okay.
But I'm going to kind of spice it up a bit.
Got it.
With reference to me, because it's me. So we are
Makes
going
sense.
to
Yeah, for the listeners, Tim and Isaac, his brother, were supposed to both be here today, but they had to take off last minute. So Ryan has a
We're going to roll a 10 or 20-sided die.
Now adjusted.
1 through 10 is Sam, and 11
Okay,
through 20 is Kenny. It is Kenny with the 11. Wow. Good
Right
roll.
on the edge.
Good roll.
I'm on the edge.
I'm on the edge.
Of rolling.
So, Kenny, there are 3 categories. What would you like to start with?
Let's do. Can you read them one more time, real quick?
No. This year so far, the back of the
what I want.
box.
This year so far.
You want the okay. This year so far. So in this category, all I'm going to do is say January of this year. All I want you to do is name one game that came out this year in January. However, I will give you, if you decide to say continue, I will allow you to give another game. And if that is correct, I'll give you another point. You can keep doing it up until you're wrong. And if you're wrong, then you lose all the points. So you get to choose how you want to do it. So January 2022, what came out January 2022?
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
All right, you got 1 point. Do you want to keep going? You want to press your luck here?
Shit.
Yeah. That is correct.
No,
Shit did come out in January.
I gotta stop. I can't remember
You
anymore.
gotta stop?
Yeah.
All right.
Everything I'm thinking
I'm
is
just
February.
gonna list them out because I think it's fun. Monster Hunter Rise for the PC. The Nacris, I don't know what that is. God of War for the PC. Nobody Saves the World. We liked that game. That was a fun one. Rainbow Six Extraction. I don't blame anyone for remembering that. Not remembering that. Windjammers 2. Paparazzi. Not for broadcast, an Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection.
Okay. No, I should have got Nobody Saves the World. It's like my
there was a lot of games that came out of that. Sam,
favorite game this year.
I'll do Back of the Box.
Back of the Box. All right, so I'm going to ask you, do you want easy, medium, or hard for Back of the Box?
Let's start with easy.
All right, so I'm going to basically give you everything on the back of this box, and you're going to tell me the name of the game. All right. The all-star magic of Mario continues, revisiting the magic and fun of the classic Super Mario Brothers series on your Super Nintendo Entertainment System. All the great Super Mario Brothers games for the NES have been empowered up to the 16-bit graphics and sound and collected on one supreme game pack. As an added bonus, the previously unreleased Lost levels are included. These super challenging courses have never been available in this country until now.
Is this Super Mario World 3?
That is incorrect. It is Super Mario All-Stars.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
The Lost Levels.
You did try.
Give it a
that
shot.
was maybe when did that come out? I think it should have been during your time.
Before me.
Nah. All right. Kenny.
I will try Sibling Rivalry.
All
See
right,
how this
Sibling
goes.
Rivalry. So the way I was going to do this was I was going to just ask a question, and I was going to see, I was going to ask a question about one of either Tim or Isaac and see if the other can guess it right, and then points based on that. But the way we're going to do this now is I am going to have you answer this question, and then Sam gets a chance to get a point if he agrees or disagrees, if it is correct or incorrect.
Okay.
All right, Kenny, what is my favorite video game of all time?
Oh my God. Do I know this? I'll say Breath of the Wild.
Sam,
I'm going to say incorrect.
That is incorrect. No, I posted. It was Mega Man X.
Oh.
It is my favorite.
Well, you said it was your Desert Island game.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Wouldn't that be my favorite game of all time? Yeah.
I suppose so.
I'm going to give a point to Sam for that. All right, Sam,
Ooh.
back to you.
All right, let's do a sibling rivalry.
All right, sibling rivalry. Sam, what game, according to me, has the best ending?
Has the best ending? Ooh. I don't know.
See, this would have worked better when it was Tim and Isaac because they kind of know they're brothers, so they wouldn't kind of know this. But I think this is just more funny for you guys to try to guess these things.
Well, if it's the one you argued for the debate, I might know it, but let's see what Sam says.
I argued this in a debate.
Me and you argued best final act of a game.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
I don't even remember that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, mine was inside.
Oh, yeah. What was mine?
Well, I have my answer.
All right. Stab in the dark.
Mega Man X.
I'm going to disagree.
All right. You're going to disagree. That is correct.
Is it? It was not Mega Man X?
It's not Mega Man X.
Was it Star Fox? 64?
No, it's not my favorite ending. My favorite ending to any video game, honestly, like one of the ones that had the most emotional gut wrench punch to me was, I'm not joking, the Spider-Man Insomniac game that came out.
Oh, yeah. Really good.
That was one of my favorite. Like, I just thought it like did such a great job. I know it's a weird concept to say like that's my favorite video. Yeah,
Favorites are favorites.
yeah. But I will say that Star Fox 64 is a great ending.
Yeah.
If I have to compete against,
Sure.
like, I don't know what my
Inside was mine.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Star Fox 64.
So I get a point for that, right?
Because I
agree. I disagree.
All right, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All right, Kenny.
This year so far.
This year so far. So let's take it to February.
Okay. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is on the board.
I'm going to keep going and say Horizon Forbidden West.
Horizon Forbidden West. That's 2 points.
I'm going to keep going and say Dying Light 2.
Dying Light 2.
I'm going to keep going. I'm going to say Sifu.
That's another point.
No, maybe.
Do it. Risk it for the biscuit.
No, I'm going to stop there.
Lame.
But the biscuit is good.
All right.
I was going to say Wonderlands is March, or was that February? No, it was March. So I think I was right to stop.
Well, there you go. I got you 4 points.
I know this was like the best month ever.
Yeah, February actually had quite a bit. Life is Strange Remastered, Dying Light 2, like you said, Sifu, Ollie Ollie World. I need to play that game. I've seen some good stuff about it. Crossfire X, Know by Heart, Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, Lost Ark.
Oh, Lost Ark.
Remember Lost Ark? Does anyone remember Lost Ark?
I played it, yeah.
I played it for
Dynasty
a while.
Warriors 9, Empires, King of Fighters 15, Total War Warhammer 3, Destiny 2, The Witch Queen.
Oh,
Yeah. Far Changing the Tides, Monarch, Soul Cresta, Martha is Dead, and Grid Legends.
I should have got Destiny because
You said Oddworld Stranger's Wrath? What'd that come out on?
That one was on Xbox One, XS, Xbox.
The Xboxes.
Oh my God, you're fucking Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. I cannot tell you how much I hate their naming convention.
It's a dumb naming system.
It
But
is.
man, I remember playing that on the OG Xbox, and I've wanted to replay it. I have it.
Oh, that one was pretty good actually.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a first-person shooter kind of one where you
Use
the
like
ammo
creatures and
was
whatnot
like
to trap
creatures.
people.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty good.
Oh, man,
Sam,
that's cool.
you got to make up some points, bud.
But I will do a back of the box.
Back of the box. Easy, medium, or hard.
Let's ramp it up to a medium.
All right. I am going to give you the tagline and the little features that were part of it, but I'm not going to read the full back of the box.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The tagline is "The future has arrived." The future has arrived, but it doesn't. There's an exclamation point after arrived. 12 megs featuring 12 levels of action. There's an exclamation point after action. New powers, new abilities with an exclamation point, and for one player only.
New powers, new abilities.
12
This is
levels.
the future, 12 levels.
And the future has arrived.
Is this Mega Man 2?
Mega Man 2?
Yeah.
No.
Is it a Mega Man?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what
I
in
was at
there
least
would have
on the
given it
right
away.
track.
Is it Mega Man X?
Yes.
I was thinking that, but I'm like, no, we already used that once. We'll do it again.
What differentiates that from the other Mega Mans in that description?
The future has arrived. I mean,
Got it. Okay.
you know, the future wasn't there before, but now it is.
It wasn't an
because
X.
now it's
Yeah, right,
arrived.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
It was coming in all the other games.
Yes. The future has not been set in the other games, and now it has arrived.
Gotcha.
What
And
we
then
didn't know is that Arrive has an X in the middle of it, a silent X.
Yes, apparently they put 3 X's in Arrive. This is a porn game now.
I have not done a back of the box yet, so
All
let's
right.
do it.
All right.
Oh, medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
All right. This is the worst tagline. I hate this, but it's funny. The 32 meg quest begins.
Okay.
That's the tagline.
Why are all these taglines just like, this is
They
the size
really-
of the game?
Like, this is what I've realized is like a lot of these old games were like, first we're going to put how much meg power that you're getting out of this. All right. from the creators of the acclaimed Final Fantasy series, character design by Akira Toriyama.
I'm just going to say Chrono Trigger, I guess.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Just the first thing I think of when I hear the creators of Final Fantasy.
The Millennium. A portal is open. The chain of time is broken. A young man is transported into the past.
Yeah.
Altering the course of history and outcome of the future. All right,
Future
Sam.
has arrived.
Let's do a sibling rivalry.
All right. Let's do that, shall we? Let's say, what game will I... Now, here's the way I'm going to have to envision this game. Because, again, it was like a, more of a brotherly thing.
Sure.
If you say something that's going to be like, yeah, you're right. Like, I had another game in mind, but I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to give you the point.
Okay.
All right, fuck it. What game will I never touch?
Ooh. I feel like you've talked about this before. It's like in the back of my mind, but it's also like a whisper in the back of my mind.
I will go one further for you, bud. I will say, what game type, like what games in general will I not play?
I mean, visual novels.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. He agrees.
I agree.
He agrees. Giving Sam the point. I forgot how this category works.
No, it's fine.
I'm not going to lie. All right.
So I'm like, what games? And I'm like, I know that you talked about in like a few games where you're like, and then there's a visual novel part, and I'm just like, skip.
Did you have one game in mind? Or a game?
No, because
I can't even name one. Let's keep doing that category.
All right.
See how jacked up it is.
What game did I play that made me fall in love with video games? I think I do. Hold on, I'm thinking in my mind. Got it.
I mean, I have a guess that would probably be a reasonable guess, and it would be Link to the Past. Sam?
I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
It's a tough one.
I mean, if you had one game in mind, just give it to him, because...
My game of mine was Super Mario 3. Super Mario 3 made me fucking love video games. Yeah. And Punch-Out! too.
Sure.
That was another one that made me... Yeah, screw you. You're not getting a point. We're done with that. We're done with that category, by the way. That was fun. We had fun.
It was a good solid
Look
category.
at the fun we're having.
It's fun. Look at the fun we're having.
We're having fun, aren't we? Okay. Sam.
All right. Let's do a hard back of the box.
Okay.
All you get is the meg size.
I'm going to give you... I'm just going to give you the features. May have to blank out a few things, but I'm just going to give you the features for this game. The most amazing 3D graphics and incredible sound ever. The biggest Nintendo adventure yet on this incredible 32 megs. There it is again. But it was like the second bullet point for megs. That's weird. Starring Blank and introducing his sidekick Blank. Battery backed memory saves your progress. That was a thing. And then over 100 levels, including tons of secrets and hidden bonus levels. By the way, if you haven't caught wind of the kind of the whole idea of this category is all SNES games.
I think I know what it is.
See, I had an idea, but then you said sidekick. I mean, sidekicks throwing me for a loop. What games had sidekicks?
What games had the most amazing 3D graphics and incredible sound ever? And I would even go as far to say that the underwater levels are the best sounding sound.
3D graphics on Super Nintendo.
I mean,
somewhere I'm hearing Tim scream.
Did Baby Mario?
Is that a game?
Or is it Yoshi's Island?
Baby Mario, unfortunately, is not a game.
I believe it's Donkey Kong's sidekick Diddy. Is that what we're going for? Yeah, Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Do you
that was the first thing I had in my mind, but I'm like,
why wouldn't you go with your gut? Always go with your gut.
Let's do the year in year.
All right,
year.
so we are in March, guys. March 2022. What a year!
I'm not sure why I picked this, but Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is on here. Yes.
Okay. What was it? There was something I was playing right alongside that came out right at the same time. What the fuck was that?
Elden Ring?
No, it wasn't that. Oh my god, it's really annoying me though, whatever it was. I don't know. I gotta stop. That's it. That's all I know.
That's all you know.
Yep.
You get a point.
What else is there?
Hold on one second. Was Tiny Tina Wonderlands in March? I don't think it was.
Was it late
Hold
February?
on. Yeah. No, I think it was in April. But
No,
it's not on
it?
this. It's actually not on this March list that I have here.
Hold on.
This
No,
argument
it
is
was
sounding
March 25th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This will sound like my brain trying to figure out when games came out. Was it January? Or was it
Yeah,
December?
That's true. Was that really in March? Man.
Yeah.
All right. It was late March, though. That's why I got confused. All right. Next, Sam.
Oh, it was fucking Ghostwire. That's what I was playing.
You wanted to know what was in March. Sorry.
Yeah.
In March. Oh, that's why. I was looking at the wrong. I was like, what? I don't see time. Yeah, there's a whole lot that came out of March. Elix 2, Shadow Warriors 3, Babylon's Fall, Gran Turismo 7, Triangle Strategy, Spellforce 3, Reforged, Chocobo GP, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dawn of Ragnarok DLC, Distant Worlds 2, WWE 2K22, Grand Theft Auto 5 again, Tunic, Shredders, but not Shredder's Revenge, just a game called Shredders, I guess. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, Anno Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins.
Oh yeah,
you knew that one. Yeah, I want to play that one too. That one looks
it's
good.
worth it if you get it for sale, I think.
Rune Factory 5, Norco, Ghostwire Tokyo, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, Agent Interception, Lost Ark, Mass.
Didn't we just say Lost Ark?
I think I may have accidentally put that on that one. Yeah.
Well, good thing no one said Lost Ark.
Yeah,
So
there you go. And
every month, just Lost Ark.
Not very
Weird
memorable.
West. Weird West was pretty
Oh, yeah.
good.
I saw someone play that. Look,
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good game.
Sam,
All right.
you're up.
All
right.
Sam. We're learning.
Let's do
We're
another
playing.
hard back of the box.
All right.
I gotta try to make some points.
I love that you're doing this one. All right. This is just features, right? Features, scorching hot graphics. Interact with various items throughout the quest and use them to your benefit. Intense two-player action. Tons of hidden passages and areas, awesome sound effects, many nasty-looking bosses to defeat, over 12 huge areas filled with fast-paced excitement and lots of secret rooms to discover. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint because you went really tough. This game that I am looking at the back of the box of is a movie title game that was turned into a video game. And it is just awful.
If it's SNES, there's two in particular that come to mind, but I don't know if
Is
they're
it
right.
E.T.?
It is not E.T.
Is it either Lion King or Aladdin?
No, no.
What is it?
Let me read the actual description. You first saw Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum on the silver screen when their martial arts skills and extreme exploits saved the honor of Grandfather Mori and defeated an evil arms
I had
dealer.
no idea that was a game.
That is the Three Ninjas.
They made a game off that?
Oh, yeah.
That's one of Tim's categories. They made a game out of that?
They made a game out of that? All right, so now we just have if I have the times right, we're in April. Sorry, April.
Oh, my God.
April. Kenny.
Can I name
what
one
came out in
game
April?
From April. One game from April. Why am I blanking on this?
Because April was a pretty... Looking at this game list,
yeah.
it was fucking shit.
Yeah. So there was that's actually Titanium and Sifu and Ghostwire, and then what did I play the next month?
I like that you're using that. What was I playing? In April.
There was something. There at least 2 games that came out that month that I played and bought.
I'm looking at this list here. Not one of them is one that you were playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No.
Maybe I didn't play it. Maybe I just kept playing Elden Ring.
No.
I'll say Lost Ark expansion. No, I don't know.
Lost Ark for the third month.
No. Sam, do you have any ideas of what came out?
No, I'm trying to think of like what streamers I
think
watched.
The biggest one that came out in April was Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Okay.
Then you had MLB The Show 22, The House of the Dead remake, Babylon's Fall Ultimate Edition, 13 Sentinels, eFootball 2022, King Arthur's Knight's Tale, Dune Spice Wars, Vampire the Masquerade, Blood Hunt,
I can tell you right now,
Cities,
I don't remember
Cities
any games
VR
that came out in May.
and Nintendo Switch Sports.
And Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition.
Sure, that too. Why not? All right, Sam. We're going to just finish this up in May because this is running long and it's not doing anything for anyone right now. I'm going to kill this category early.
I can tell you right now, I don't remember any games that came out in May.
Can you give just shot in the dark?
I can tell you right now, I know no games that came out in May.
All right. May, we had Trek to Yomi, Eludian Chronicles, Sultan Sacrifice, Evil Dead the Game, Apex Legends Mobile, Vampire the Masquerade, Swan Song, Crossfire Legion, Roller Champions, Pac-Man Museum Plus, and Microsoft Flight Simulator with the Top Gun Maverick deal.
I started Sultan Sacrifice, by the way. It's pretty
The
fun.
only game out of that list that I recognized was the Evil Dead game.
Yeah, that was actually, it's actually a really good game. But anyways, with a billion points, Kenny wins.
Oh, thank God.
Congratulations.
Can we get the Kermit the Frog yay sound? That would be so great.
Yay! Hey, Kermit the Frog here.
Hey, that's really good. Can you do your Ray Romano?
Yeah, bruh! My brother's tall.
Got to take a second here because it's time to give a huge shout out to our incredible patrons. A massive, big, sexy thank you to Ross Varner, Dark Helmet, Zach, huge thanks. Huge thanks to you, Retro Game Brews, Spoof Shot, McCoordinator, Kyle Halvey, Lemons, Andrew Morris, Brandon Walls, Andy, Hobby Time 168, Isaac at Econo Mechanic, and the man, the myth, Emo-esque. We massively appreciate your support of the show. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. You are truly
Leet!
Patrons of Leetist can get access to all kinds of goodies from us, including show shoutouts, bonus episodes, experimental content, game transcripts, and more. Your funds help us with upkeep, equipment upgrades, prizes, and merch, European shipping costs, and more. For more info about becoming a patron of the show, check out patreon.com/theleetist. You can throw us $1, get access to the show earlier than everyone else. $3 gets you 30 extra minutes of the Leetist every week as we do bonus content. So thank you so much, patrons, for your support. You know what we're going to do right now?
Flavor of the week?
No, we're going to play our Mega Man songs.
Oh.
Because we do monthly challenges on the show, and we challenge each other to do things. When Tim gets back, we're going to go over all of them. But right now, we're just, me and Ryan. Tim challenged me to make a Mega Man song, like a song that could be from a Mega Man stage. Ryan jumped in and wanted to do it as well. So we both have brought one today.
I'm an idiot.
So yeah, rest of the challenges we'll go over when Tim's back, but let's take a listen to what we've got.
What, fuck it. Let's hear some of Mega Man music. So is this yours?
I'm going to play yours.
Okay. So this is my Mega Man. I don't have a boss theme or like boss in mind for this, but I'd like someone to come up with the like a boss. Maybe
a boss name
maybe
for
we
your
can
song? Okay.
maybe we can pitch it after we hear it.
Here we go.
Let's
Ryan,
do it.
This is your Mega Man song.
and then it'll loop.
Awesome.
It'll loop.
I can definitely hear that, the drums.
So one of the problems I have is I couldn't get the bass beats and the drums beat. Like so, like if you can imagine,
I can. Yes.
Yeah, you definitely got sounds really good for like when the boss is like talking to you.
Yeah,
having the text going on. And,
I do think that it goes. Like the first part is pretty fast and the next one goes a little too slow, and that's not typically how Mega Man songs go. So like the flow is a little off. I
think you got the epicness down though.
Yeah. I was trying to get like this kind of like and like if I just would have had that beat in the back, I think that would have made it like go a little bit overboard, like over the top.
That's good.
It's all right.
Fucking A.
That's solid.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Mine is Mega Man 3 is like my favorite game music of all time. So mine is very inspired by like every Mega Man 3 song. You'll hear inspirations if you're familiar. Here's my Mega Man song. Loops that one more time, but I'll let it go.
Yeah. Wow. You kicked my ass in that. Yeah,
no, yours.
That was great.
If yours has a drum beat, I think they'd be on par.
I think we need to collaborate.
Yeah,
I would love to collaborate with you, and we make like one amazing Mega Man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like yours is already amazing.
I think both of those could easily be in Mega Man 3.
Well, so like the do it kind of like sounded a little bit like Snake Man. Like
the melody. I didn't realize that until after. You know, it's funny because I heard that when I was writing it, and I was like, wait a minute, Snake Man is a little bit like that
too. Or no, that's a
gotta take inspiration from somewhere. You know.
Yeah, that one you did sounds more like a Mega Man X style song, like, which is fine. I think that I mean that definitely meets the criteria, but like the one I was trying to go for was more like I was trying to go a very retro 8-bit, but the chiptune set and
I actually don't know. I don't know how to find sounds that sound like really NES sounding on my thing, but I know some.
I mean, I know there's a few programs and plugins that you can get that are just like chip tunes, like where it's literally the sound chip for it.
Yeah, and that's what I had for the so I use Mixcraft for my recording, and they have like you just download a plugin called like 8-bit Retro Wave, and it just changes your keyboard audio to 8-bit sounds, which sounded cool at first, and then
you realize this is very limited.
Yeah, very limited. Yeah,
there we go. I posted both of them in the general Discord, so
there you go. So people can listen. And I think Kenny won if we were competing, but
it wasn't a competition.
It was not a competition. It was just a challenge.
Now is the time in the show where we play IGN Games in Review. Review.
IGN.
This is a game that Tim came up with, and he was going to run the game today, but since he is out, I have taken it from him, and I will be presenting to you, Ryan and Sam.
Look at me. Clip. I am the reviewer now.
I'm the reviewer now.
I'm going to give you an IGN clip of a review. I think what he did is edit out some words, I'm guessing. So I haven't even heard these yet, so it'll be fun, but I see the answers at least in front of me. We're going to see who goes first right now. 1 point each for a correct answer. Should we do steals? Let me think. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ryan, call it in the air.
Eds. Damn. Tails.
All right, Sam.
All right.
Are you ready?
I don't know, but let's go for it.
Here is your first IGN review.
Beginning as a furtive, desperate survival horror experience,
Started talking shit, wouldn't you know?
gradually and gratifyingly evolves into a fast, hyper-violent celebration of vertical freedom and zombie destruction. Its main story is unspectacular, but the memorable side quests and sheer fun of exploring its world do a fantastic job of offsetting that.
Wow.
It was either Dying Light 1 or 2.
Would you like to give
I don't
an
know
answer?
if there's not a, is there a year? Because if it's recent, then it's Dying Light 2. If it's not recent, it's Dying Light.
I'll give it to you. It's Dying Light.
Yeah.
All right. Sam's on the board with a point. Ryan, are you ready?
No. Yes.
Here we go.
It began as a collection of the loosest of story ideas that seemed to go nowhere, but slowly but surely,
80 miles from San
pulled it all together and managed to stick the landing. A solid and engaging action combat system can be tuned to be as challenging as it is rewarding, coupled with versatile character customization that lets you mix and match from a dozen of interchangeable jobs.
So I'm realizing what Tim did is that instead of reversing the
No, he
sounds,
put a
he
song
put
in.
songs.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
that song?
No, it's just a country
Parked out
song.
by the lake. Oh
Yeah,
man, I
yeah.
gotta play that
It's just a
sometime.
country
Any
song.
idea what the answer is?
Ascension? No, I don't know.
Sam, any guess?
Mass Effect?
No, this is Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin.
Oh.
Yeah, which we just talked about a minute
we
ago.
did.
And I played a lot of that game, and I
Yeah.
enjoy it very much because the combat is
Is that
super
on
good.
Steam or is that on...
I played it on Epic. It might be on Steam now.
Epic.
I'm not sure.
All right. I mean, yay, Epic. I like Epic.
Sam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Demands a lot from you, and that's a sword that cuts both ways. Its combat is impeccable with incredibly smooth and impactful animation, deep fighting mechanics, and challenging enemies that really make you fight tooth and nail for every victory.
Gabagool.
It was hard to pay attention. Every single one of these is hard to pay attention because as soon as
wanna
that
hear it
song comes
again?
on,
Yeah, dude, go
I
ahead
just
and do
start
it
like
again.
laughing.
That's such a shame.
I can
that
play it
he's
again.
not
Here we go.
hearing
Hey,
this.
one more.
Yeah.
Demands a lot from you, and that's a sword that cuts both ways. Its combat is impeccable with incredibly smooth and impactful animation, deep fighting mechanics, and challenging enemies that really make you fight tooth and nail for every victory.
Is it Hollow Knight?
It is not Hollow Knight.
Oh.
Ryan, any idea?
Is it Gabagoo?
Fight tooth and nail for the victory. Neon White.
This is Seafood.
Oh,
Yeah.
seafood.
Seafood.
I thought they were
Seafood.
being fun
Yeah.
with the tooth and nail.
Gabagool.
Woke up this morning. All right,
Got some gabagool.
Ryan, ready?
Yes.
Weasel Stomping Day.
It was the kind of game that made me immediately jump back in to take on New Game Plus. I wanted to continue exploring the excellent combat in new, more challenging scenarios. I wanted to double back to areas I'd missed the first time through and try to fill in the gaps in the fantastic story. But most of all, I wasn't ready to leave Red or her world behind.
Red? The fuck is red?
I think it might be a character name.
There's a
I
shirt
know.
over there that's red. There's
Yeah. Who's a character named Red? Celeste.
Sam?
Mega Man X?
No, this is Transistor.
Transistor. I still need to play that game.
I haven't either. I started playing Bastion, which is awesome.
Oh, Bastion is an amazing game. The music in it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the music in Bastion is really good.
And I've heard Transistor is awesome, and apparently her name is Red in it.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. That was the only one I fell off of all the games because, Transistor is all right. Bastion was way better, in my opinion.
It's super good. I like it a lot.
And then Hades is amazing.
Yep.
Sam, you got the only point on the board so far. Here's another one for you. It's your
All
turn
right.
again.
Let's go.
Certain landmark games in recent years, like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Red Dead Redemption 2, have managed to successfully tread the line between the rigidity of realism and the exhilaration of pure escapism.
Climbing the tree.
Possesses similarly lofty ambitions, inventive ideas, and a sprawling, spectacular map, but it's all been saddled on a backbone made of repetitive mission design and arduous traversal that simply can't support its weight over the full course of the journey.
Oh, I think I may know.
Is this Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
No.
Is this Death Stranding?
It is Death Stranding. Good job.
Yeah, that 100% sounded like his reviews. Like, yeah, that's kind of how I felt about Death Stranding when I was playing it.
Good job.
That makes sense.
1-1.
All right.
Ryan, here's your next
Here we go. Gabagool.
The wide variety of mech and pilot abilities make
Fatty McGee.
his tactical combat deep, satisfying, and replayable. Every turn creates a new, complex puzzle. And though sometimes there's no perfect solution, finding the best way to minimize damage creates frequent eureka moments as you learn to make the most of the abilities you're given to work with.
Into the Breach.
Yeah, that's correct. Good job.
Amazing.
Right away.
Yeah, he's a mech and like strategy thing or whatever.
Fatty McGee.
Fatty McGee. I love that.
I don't even care if I lose at this game. Tim. The inserts are just. Mwah.
I am left feeling so torn. Beep. On one hand, its revamped systems are utterly revolutionary to the series I grew up with. It sheds both stale battle mechanics and an outdated progression system that sorely needed a shakeup. And the new replacements are incredibly fun, even after hours of repetition.
This is Pokemon Arceus.
That is correct.
Yeah, even like the music.
Knew
in
that
the
from the music.
background,
Yeah. That's the main thing I've been listening to is like, do I recognize the music?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Very good. You guys are tied up
I'm pretty
now.
sure that was Tim just going.
That was 100% Tim just going. Beep.
Yeah.
I wonder if he just gave up halfway through and the rest is just him.
That would be great.
All right, Ryan, here we go.
With unmatched wit and brilliantly designed puzzles, is a game everyone should play. The writing is consistently funny, the character development's unexpected, and the gameplay immensely satisfying without becoming frustrating. Whether playing alone or with a friend in co-op, there's hardly ever a dull moment.
What could it be?
Tiny Tina's Wonderland?
No, Sam?
Is this Shredder's Revenge?
No, this is Portal 2.
Portal 2.
Portal.
I haven't played that in a long time.
It's been a minute.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. You guys are tied up. Going back to Sam.
All right.
Though the straightforward and fetch quest heavy main story overstays its welcome, the option of joyfully adventuring through a rich, expansive open world was always there for me when I'd start to burn out. Even if the plot isn't terribly interesting, the many characters who play a part in it are. And along with the excellent combat and RPG gameplay, they elevate the readership to a plane few other RPGs inhabit.
Is this Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
No, I'm sorry. Ryan?
I mean, that's a good guess because like the fetch fetch quests and stuff like that.
I heard the bird.
I don't know, Lost Ark.
Witcher 3.
Wait, did he not like Witcher? That reviewer not like Witcher 3?
He said the story wasn't good, but the characters were.
That's interesting because I heard that the story was amazing in that game.
Are there horses in Valhalla? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, because you have a mount that you ride.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Also,
okay.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yes.
It sets a new benchmark for stealth-driven sandbox gaming. While I found the conclusion to the story a little underwhelming, the world and its characters are just so engaging and the mechanics so gratifyingly open-ended that after I finished it, I immediately started again. And that's not something that happens all that often.
I mean, they're playing the pirate song in the background. What would you do with the drunkens? But it's like the creepy version of it. But I don't know. I don't think it's. Fuck it. Sea of Thieves.
No.
Is it Black Flag?
No. Stealth sandbox. This is Dishonored 2. No piratey going. Well, I guess
they were playing the fuck. Yeah. What would you do with the drunkens? Like,
what do they call
sailor song?
What do they call that? It's not steampunk. It was like whale punk. Isn't that what they called Dishonored's world?
God.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
Next.
Sam.
Let's go.
See, Cinephono combat is top notch, and its enemy variety kept me constantly entertained.
Don't.
Seeing this snippet of a story
I'm sure once
fleshed
I
out
hear
with
the
the
answer, I'll be like,
previously
oh
hidden.
my God, I'm dumb. Dragon Age Inquisition.
No.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ryan pulls into the lead with 3
that
points.
Was the music in the background, and also this guy doesn't know what he's talking about in this review.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
You should play 7 Remake. That's a good jumping in point,
it's a
honestly.
really good jumping in
And the
point.
combat is fun.
I hear that.
Mother.
I would never play any other game except for that one.
Yeah.
Not even Mega Man X?
No. Yes. Maybe.
All right, Ryan.
The Leetist has a blast out of the gate thanks to its excellent co-op shooter gameplay and strong storytelling in the campaign. Not all the features I'd expect to find are there, but it does deliver the same kind of highly social gameplay and rewarding loot-driven progression that helped the original keep me hooked for hundreds of hours.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare?
No, I'm sorry.
Is this the Division 2?
Ooh, close. This is Destiny 2.
Destiny
I was close.
2.
I had the D.
Yeah.
I had
Yes,
the D
yes.
and the
Yeah.
2.
Good guess.
There
Can I
you
get
go.
like a half a point for that?
No.
D2.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, Sam.
Yes.
When I had finally slain my first dragon in I felt a little sad at the thought that I was probably beginning to exhaust its seemingly endless stream of content. But then I saw the quest ticker. Dragons slayed, 1 out of 10. In all my hours, I'd only ever seen 3. There are still entire sandboxes I haven't even stepped foot in, and parts of my castle I didn't even know I could upgrade.
That kind of threw it for a loop with that last statement.
Dragons to slay, castles to upgrade. Is this V Rising?
No, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Ryan?
Dragons to Slay. Valheim?
Nope. Sam, you just said it a minute ago. Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh.
Do you kill dragons in Dragon Age?
Yeah, totally.
No. No.
I thought they just got
Tough
older.
battles, actually.
I don't know. There's one dragon you fight in the end of Origins, so
There's lots of Dragons in Inquisition.
yeah, I guess.
It's an awesome game.
I never played it.
All right,
Yeah, I haven't
Ryan.
played it either.
I don't see how anyone that enjoys a little destruction could say no to what with an awesome single-player campaign and explosive multiplayer support, what works on so many devious levels. If you've ever played one of these games in the past 15 years and you got a kick out of it, go pick up one. It'll remind you how hard car combat rocks.
All right, car combat. The only thing I can think of for car combat is like Twisted Metal. So I'll just say Twisted Metal Black.
Yes.
God damn it, that's what I was going to say. Or car combat, I'm like, every single episode.
It's got to make an appearance
Twisted Metal Black in
every
it.
Did they
episode.
do way after the fact review on that, and they just recorded it or something? Because like that game came out in PS2 era. There's no way they recorded.
Twisted Metal Black did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They might have recorded it back then. IGN's been around a long time.
Oh boy.
Doing reviews a long time.
Yep.
All right, Sam. It is 4-2. You got to catch up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's an enormous and densely packed samurai adventure that often left me completely awestruck with both its visual spectacle and excellent combat. By steadily introducing new abilities instead of stat upgrades, its swordplay manages to stay challenging, rewarding, and fun through the entire 40 to 50 hours that it took me to beat the campaign.
Is this Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We got a game, fellas. 4 to
It's the only
3.
samurai
4 to 3.
game I know.
There's 3 left.
Oh wow.
Oh,
All right. Back
We
to
do
you,
have a
Ryan.
game.
I'm very pleased to say that Bandai Namco has hit the mark in reinvigorating the 26-year-old Zelda series. The Hour of Zelda brings to life a beautifully realized world that isn't afraid to tackle heavy subjects and knows when to take its foot off the gas for a bit. Its characters feel real and relatable even in fantastical situations, and a fresh and fun combat system livens up their battles.
Bandai Namco. Xenoblade Chronicles?
No. Sam, any clue? Kind of a tough one.
Pac-Man Museum.
This is Tales of Arise. Tales series.
Oh. I've heard good things about that.
I played a lot of it. Really good. Combat system is fantastic. Really like it.
Fantastic.
All right. 2 more.
Anyone's game.
Here we go.
Whether I'm fighting for my life, plundering forgotten barrows, or just enjoying watching the sun play across the water in a calm moment of respite, God has created a world I'm consistently joyful to live in and discover more of. It's definitely a traditional survival game at heart, which means the further in you get, the more you have to put up with some tedious grinding before you can get back to the good parts. But those good parts are very good.
I mean, at first I was going to say Sea of Thieves, but then he said survival. I'm still going to say Sea of Thieves.
No. Ryan?
Valheim?
Valheim. Oh, man. I think Ryan is going to steal this one away. There's only one question left now.
Now, if I lose this question, but then Sam steals it, do we tie?
No.
Oh.
You'll still win. So this is just for fun.
Okay.
Here we go, Ryan.
We can both put our heads together then.
Nurse gets so much right after so many years that I'm almost resentful that we didn't get the same game and a few sequels starting back in 2005. But instead, I'm incredibly happy to play a Nurse that is back at the top of its game. Even though it's the latest in a decades-old series, it has just enough clever innovation to balance its familiarity. The universally recognizable mix of tough puzzles, tougher boss fights, ever-evolving exploration options, and intricate level design that recent games like Unlock and Hero get so right has an origin point.
Couldn't even give me those. Yeah. What do you think, Sam?
Man, I have no idea. At first I thought Tetris Effect, but then as soon as it was like boss fights, I'm like, that's not Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris had boss fights, right? Yeah.
Series that had a lot of entries and had boss fights. And
yeah. I will say puzzles and everything, huh? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I got no idea.
Not a guess. It's not going to matter, but, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, Sam.
Pac-Man Museum.
No, this is Metroid Dread.
Oh.
Yeah. Makes sense now, doesn't
it does.
Ryan is the winner of IGN in Review.
We did it.
That's right. We, all of us.
Yeah.
And credit to Tim for making this game.
That was nice,
because
Tim.
I
Good
did not
job,
make
man.
it myself.
I think next time I really want to put like some of our quotes and stuff in place of the
Gabagoo.
Yeah, I love that.
That is so good.
Just have me mispronouncing Valheim.
You said it right finally.
Well,
to win the game.
I kept thinking M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ryan. And now we move on to the next portion of the show where we each talk about something from the week that we are excited about, be it a game, a movie, a book, a hobby, whatever you want to talk about in Flavor of the Week. Flavor of the Week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll start mine. I'll go first because mine's a little redundant because we just talked about it last week. But I've been playing the motherfuck out of Neon White.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
The motherfuck out of it.
Yeah,
huh?
I've beaten it already.
How have you liked the story so far?
The story, I've skipped everything.
So did I.
I like the art style. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going through, I went through, my first time through, I got gold on almost every single one.
Good. Yeah.
Nice.
And now I'm going back and getting the higher. Okay. My first time through, what I did was I made sure I got gold and I made sure I beat your score. So I made sure I did that the first time.
Gotta get that slam dunk in.
I mean, to be fair, I did not have a single other person on Steam playing that game, so I had no one to try to compete against.
You're the only name I see, yeah.
Like, again, it is my game of the year right now so far, but it is a game for me, right? So what that means is when I beat it, I don't really pick it back up for a bit. So I'm not going to go back and re-challenge it.
So I'm going through the second time and getting the ace tier, which is the one above gold.
Platinum, yeah.
The platinum thing, and getting the gifts that you got to find.
Well, and that's what I was doing. So originally I was going for the platinum and the gifts. So like what I did was I would go through, complete all the stages, then go back to the stages and go, okay, let me platinum, get the gift, and all that stuff. And then, because when you get the gifts, you get the side quests. The side quests actually have really fucking awesome missions in them.
I would say, this could very easily make my game of the year list.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I would say that this is probably, Elden Ring, Nobody Saves the World. This might be number 3 right now. Neon White. It's really fucking awesome.
It is.
Damn, I might have to get this and try it.
Neon White is again, it's that game where you get this sense of speedrunning and it's accessible. So the cursor and stuff like that, when you're trying to shoot or do a maneuver, it's very easy for it to like do what you want it to do instead of it just going off and doing its own thing.
And when you get into like the last quarter of the game, there's there's so many abilities that you're like messing around with.
Because they have boss fights in it too, which is kind of fun. You fight Neon Green.
That one was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad they chose Green as the villain.
And when you there's so many different there's not a perfect one way to figure out how to get the really good time. So you can kind of game the system and figure out ways to like launch yourself off this ledge to get over to this one over here. And try different abilities that do shit together. It's great.
It is something that Annapurna published it. I did write on the Game Developer or the Game Awards Twitter account. They're like, who's your underappreciated developer? And I said Annapurna. I guess they're a publisher, but technically they're under the umbrella, and I would count them.
Yeah.
Anyways, shut up, Twitter, who says I was wrong.
So yeah, Neon
Twitter
White.
Guy, dude, whatever.
Everyone should play Neon White. It's fucking great. I wish it was a Game Pass game so everyone could play it.
I gotta say, I love it when developers add in multiple ways to get through something or to do something, rather than it just being one single thing, that they give like a couple of options so that you're not doing it the exact same way as everyone else.
And what's great is it's a game that's not throwing everything at you all at once and you're like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. There's not much you can do in the game. There's really move, jump, shoot or alt action of your thing.
Use the card that you pick up. That does different things. Yeah.
And they do it in such a great way of training you to learn it that it was seamless. Like I was like immediately doing amazing actions. I'm like, oh, you do this and it does this. Oh, cool. And this does this. Okay, cool.
I really like how like when you get the gold time in a level, it's like, then you see what it takes to get the platinum one, which is like, how the fuck am I going to do it that quickly? But once you get the gold, and do you have to get the gift too? I can't remember, because there's like a gift hidden in each level as well.
I think it's when you get the gold, it unlocks there's a little area where you can potentially see where a shortcut is, where it
shows a little circle. It's like this way is like this. If you go in this direction, there's a way to do this way faster.
Yeah,
and it kind of gives you that little hint. So it's like the replayability is really
because a lot of the game is like when you first play it, you're like going down the path and you're like, oh yeah, I'll just follow the path. I do this, do that. Yeah. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, if I just jump off the ledge here,
I can skip all this shit.
There's the guy right there that I can just hit and then I can go right down there. And then that will save me like fucking 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Got it.
10 seconds is a lot. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I recommend it. My flavor of the week, I got another game after beating Neon White. It's called Ultra Kill and it is fucking awesome. Ultra Kill is a first-person shooter game that is, if you like Doom or Doom Eternal or anything Doom related, you are going to fucking love this game. It is fast-paced, constantly killing, first-person shooter. You gain health back by killing enemies, but you have to be near them to kill them. So you can't just play like defensive and be apart. Yeah. You have to go in, shoot, then back away. You can slide, you can dash, you can wall jump. It's great. It's on sale right now on the Steam summer sale for $15. It is really scratching that itch of, okay, I beat Neon White. I need something else that's kind of fast and hectic and fun. And this game is closing in on like getting on my top list like, for this year, because every game I'm finding, I'm like, man, it's not these AAA titles. It's these like small little ones that are just absolutely digging their hooks into me. But
They're
Ultra
trying
Kill,
new things. They're doing something different.
yeah, Ultra Kill is you play as a robot named V2, or V1 rather. V2 is your rival robot, and it's just kind of this. There's barely any story. Another great perk of it, because it just literally starts you off in the game. You're like, and you're killing things. But you get different weapons. Different weapons have different secondary actions. But again, the combination of being able to dash, slide, and wall jump, which I cannot recommend. Games having wall jump is amazing. And have that kind of verticality in the game. The boss fights, everything about it is just pure gold. Very bloody too. But the aesthetics is very not realistic. They're not like it's not a 3-dimensional like Doom looking game. It's a very it looks older, like an older game.
Yeah,
but,
and no story at all.
I mean, they got story beats, not story beats, but they'll have like a little quest things.
Saying, man,
it's like, hey, this is what happened during this time.
There's so much story in Neon White that I skipped.
Oh yeah,
like
dude,
there's so much going on.
I will have to praise them for putting the skip button there. That it even pops up when the dialogue is going. They know that some people.
They know that the gameplay is the big
thing
part
is,
of it.
It's like anime girls talking about their boobs.
Yeah,
and
it's anime girls. It's
and
very
you skip that.
It's waifu kind of stuff. It's just if you're into that, that's fine. If not, I think
I'd be
that's
going
the
through the
reason why they
gameplay
did.
just to
They're
get
like,
to the
we
story.
know. I'm sure they were like, we know people aren't going to care for the story somewhat, so they can skip it if they want.
I really
Or
like the
people-
art style though.
Yeah, the art style is
cool.
really awesome. But Ultra Kill, 100% recommend. It's fantastic.
Check that one out myself.
All right, get that Doom itch.
Oh yeah, no, that it literally is everything about Doom scratching that itch. Yeah.
All right, so my flavor of the week is I've been playing Control. I already talked about that last week.
Did you get Levitation yet?
I did.
Nice.
I've fought a couple of bosses. Some of them are fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh. Just
Yep.
But
And you met Alan Wake. No,
no,
not
that's,
yet.
That's DLC.
That's DLC.
But my flavor of the week is an old school. It's Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. I'm replaying it.
The original.
Oh. Yeah.
The not the second one, the first one. Okay,
The first one,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because, man, it was, ever since the remake was announced, that apparently is still coming next year. It's supposed to drop next year, which when it does, y'all better have me back on within like a week or two.
Well, I'll be playing that, but
I'll be no-lifing it.
the thing is, they're going to really update that combat system to be a little bit different. Because I really like the old combat system in the Old Republic. I think it's a
surprisingly holds up.
Yeah.
Like the whole
it's
game.
a really cool system, and they're
like,
probably going to just make an action game.
Did y'all know that it's just D&D?
Yeah.
Literally the entire game is just D&D.
Technically, it is actually Star Wars has its own role-playing game, and it's based off of the Star Wars role-playing game.
But this is just like straight up D&D without the skin.
Which is that,
Interesting. Like in the weapons, it's like, all right, you'll get a critical hit on a 19 or a 20. It literally rolls a D20.
Yeah.
When you're hitting stuff. Like as a kid, I played through this game so many times. Mainly as evil because you got more fun powers. You saved a lot of money and whatnot. But like replaying it, I'm like, oh my God, this is just Dungeons and Dragons.
It is.
Like saving throws. This is a DC of 15. It's just Dungeons and Dragons.
It's
in Star Wars, and it's great.
It is exactly what I would hope that they would have made more games like for the Star Wars franchise. Which
I never played it. I'm waiting for the remake. So
it's one of my favorite games, of all time.
It really does hold up quite a bit. I mean, the story is very compelling.
It's got a good story. There's a lot of side stories that are great.
Yeah,
it's
got one of the
really
best twists in video game history.
I know about the
thing. Everyone does at this point, but it's one of the best twists.
I'm really
in video game history.
I hope that BioWare's next game is good after that whole Anthem debacle, and because they're doing.
Didn't they drop another game after Anthem, or has it only been Anthem since their last game?
Been Anthem,
I thought
right?
They
released teasers for Dragon Age and Mass Effect.
I thought they did another game after Anthem.
Maybe they did.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe not. Oh yeah, I mean,
I feel like they did because I remember them dropping everything of Anthem, like stopping, like updating it, whatnot, to like do something else.
I guess if we count the Mass Effect trilogy thing.
No, that's it. It's just
that
Anthem.
might have been it.
Yeah, I guess that'd be
Anthem
it.
and then Legendary Edition, of Mass Effect. But there's been teasers.
I really want BioWare to get back on that horse. They were once the king of RPG, kind of.
They made some of the best RPGs.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about Inquisition. That game was fucking great.
I remember because Dragon Age Origins came out around the same time that Mass Effect came out. And going between those two worlds, because I bought both of those games and just going between them was like, wow, this is such a treat. To get like these kind of,
these two
amazing stories in different settings. Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Congratulations, gentlemen, on your flavors of the week. And congratulations on getting to the end of the show today.
We win the ability to leave.
Okay, I am out.
Here at the end of the show, I will mention that if you came here from the Gamers Week podcast, here's the trivia for you from our spot on their most recent episode. The question is, the first entry wasn't officially published until 4 years after its inception, but with re-releases, updated versions, and spin-offs, even as recent as 2021, this is by far the longest-running video game franchise in history.
Pac-Man?
Nope, not Pac-Man.
Tetris?
Any other guesses?
Donkey Kong.
What can you remember playing a long time ago in the school's computer lab?
In the computer lab?
Oregon Trail?
Oregon Trail is the answer. Yes, it is Oregon Trail.
Really?
The longest running video game franchise in history. That's what it says right here. I tend to believe it because it's written down.
So that's a good man. That's a really good question because when did based on when Oregon Trail actually came out versus like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong? Because do we consider if Donkey Kong is in another game, is that part of the franchise? Or are we saying the franchise is just the Donkey Kong one where he's going up the thing? I don't get it.
I don't know. I remember Oregon Trail and Odell Lake with all the fish.
I'm being told that Oregon Trail is 1971. All right. Well, then Oregon Trail is the winner of Are You Smarter Than the Leet Gamer?
Well, thank you, everyone who came over from Gamers Week. Listens to our friends over there at Gamers Week Podcast. We have enjoyed your time today. I have enjoyed your time, Sam, and Ryan's, and everyone
enjoyed all of your time
out there in podcast land.
I'm enjoying.
Join us next week when I think Tim will be back. I would imagine. I hope so. Wishing him well and his family.
Yep.
And
we miss you, Tim.
We do miss Tim. Thank Tim for his game, IGN Games in Review today. I had a blast playing that. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Remember, patrons of The Leetist get an extra 30 minutes of our show each week. Patreon.com/The Leetist. Go out there, check it out. Join our Discord. Leetist.com is the jumping off point for all this stuff. Go to theleetist.com. Send your friends there, too, to the new listeners page to check out our stuff. Jumping off point. The best of the best on the Leetist. We'll catch you guys on our Discord where we'll talk about games and play trivia.
That's what we do. That's how
you
we
on
do.
The flip side.
Kept you on the flippity flop.
Gibbity
Gabagoo.
Woke up this morning.
Got some gabagoo.